I haven't drawn in a few days and I feel rusty. That would probably be the theme for this whole sketchbook. Hello! Hi everybody. I'm here today to share with you my sketchbook. It's one I finished probably around October 1st, and it's a long Speedball watercolor sketchbook. I picked this long landscape because it's very small and fits in a lot of things. I wanted to have a different to me format, so I don't use landscape a lot. I honestly find it to be like, I find posting to Instagram hard enough than trying to figure out how to get this or this onto a square. A lot of times I've avoided this shape because of that. With that said, let's get to it. Normally, I like to make my own journals, but I really like these Speedball journals, even though they are made of trees, not cotton. I prefer cotton paper, but I was in a bit of a rush and couldn't make one in time. This journal is from August into November. I started it August 10th, 2021, documenting my journey with SLIT and what I'm eating. It wasn't documenting SLIT because I never started it again. This is the first day I had a latte after being on SLIT. When you're on SLIT, you have to avoid all allergens very, very carefully unless you find that you're tolerating things pretty well, which I wasn't. So I was really celebrating this coffee. It was really nice to have it. I hadn't been in a coffee shop in a while, and I love coffee shops, and I was just really sad not getting to drink coffee. So I was really happy to have that. And I painted this, the coffee shop that I was at. The Fiddleleaf Fig touches the ceiling. It's really cool. I meant to depict that right here. This is a bar and the plant kind of goes over it. Single shot oat milk. I guess that's what I decided to start doing. Drink very, very little of the actual coffee. So that's just another painting of a coffee. This is tea that I got. I was planning to walk around more, but there's smoke from a fire nearby. So I decided to stay inside with COVID. There's still a lot of talk about the Delta variant at that time. And we went to the Fry Museum. It wasn't my first time, but it was Teddy's first time there, so that was really fun. This one is a zebra plant. It is from Brazil. I like drawing my coffee for the day. That's one of the reasons I'm like fixated on it, is it's my warm-up drawing, and not having my warm-up drawing sucked. So I decided plants could be my warm-up drawing. Stop focusing so much on coffee. That went pretty well. And I found something called Benifuki Tea, which is supposed to help reduce allergies. And some candy at Trader Joe's that I think I wasn't allergic to. This is my studio. Painted my jade plant. It's from South Africa and Mozambique. I also painted my string of dolphins, which is from Southwest Africa. I drew my little rock as well. This plant is Firestick pencil tree, and it's from, I didn't write that down. That's the cup I got in Iceland. Some drink inventions I was working on with. This was mint plus licorice root tea, boiled in water, and then blended with brown rice. Made a thick sweet drink. Not bad. Heartleaf philodendron from the West Indies. We had to get tested for COVID because my son was exposed. We were all negative. Tried that licorice drink again. Made my throat itch. Who knows why. Zebra plant again. I like how this one turned out better. Use the same method. And I was also trying to draw moving beans. We went camping. Let's see if I can get this all in. We went camping, and I really like this format for showing how tall the trees are. They're so tall. Then my rubber tree from Southern Asia and Southeast Asia. More moving cat. Another visit to a coffee shop. My son was with me and he let me sketch him. This is my kitchen. Another attempt to make use of the long format. I got a drink with a not plastic straw. I don't usually get drinks with straws in the first place. You can find out more about them at changetheplastic.com. And I wanted to paint the Warby Parker store because I think it's very beautiful. Okay, so this one's super special. This is a collaboration that I did with Leanne Markle. She makes the cutest plant comics. So she drew the sketch for this and I painted it in watercolor for a class. So she showed the sketch in the class and then I painted it in the class. It was really fun to collaborate with her. This one you've seen before. This is the first video I made when I came back. On September 9th, I painted this. This is a sketch that I did of the lake and at a family member's house. Sketch my husband and son. This is one of my favorite pages. I just love how it turned out. So I decided to try food sketching more. I'm not so good at it and I wanted to improve. And I also wanted to, you know, put the focus on things that were not coffee. And I felt like drawing a whale. It said, I want to draw a whale. This is showing how much Qor Watercolors moves to a friend. I painted that and showed it to them. This is showing that this plant, this fiddle leaf, it was just a stick. It had what I thought it had died from root rot. I had replanted it, all the leaves had fallen off. It was just a stick, and a couple of days later, it started growing new leaves. This is not my favorite page. It's a dragonfly that sat on me. I really like the dragonfly. I like the pictures I took. Don't really care for the sketch. Don't love these sketches either. Working on my moving beings, moving humans in this case. It was not my day for sketching people. Here is me trying to use a different liner, like a really thick gray one. I guess it wasn't my favorite since I didn't use it again. Here's more moving creatures. Sketching Valkyrie again. Here's me trying mold-free coffee to see if the mold was the problem. I don't think that was the problem. My lunch, figs. I was feeling sad because I was having a reaction. Kind of like the way this one turned out. It looks kind of cool. This one I did while nature journaling and I really love how it turned out. So this insect landed on my page right here and then I ended up drawing it. I guess this journal's technically not done because I didn't do that page. Here's the leaf that I did nature journaling. I haven't drawn in a few days and I feel rusty. That would probably be the theme for this whole sketchbook. You can see that I'm back to Having some coffee, drinking very little of it. Seems to be doing okay as long as I keep the amount low. I found these droopies, dogwood fruit. They were so cool. I didn't eat them. I would have liked to, but I'm just being really careful right now. I tried to draw the bubbles in my latte. I find bubbles fascinating, or close-ups of most things, so I don't really like how it turned out, but it was fun to do. This is one of my favorite plants that I have. Did not label it. What is this? This is a, I'll insert the name. I'll insert the name of this one. That is this thing here. It was a little abstract to paint, but I really like the colors and how it turned out. This is an acorn top. This I did in a class. I did this with Marley Pfeiffer. Didn't turn out quite how I'd like it to because it's a painting that needed more layers, and this paper could not handle that. Here's an unfinished cat, which I actually really like how it turned out. Even though it's unfinished, but I really like where I was able to go with it. Here's another nature journaling day. Japanese maple leaf and Japanese maple tree. Here's another leaf that I did. I like the way that one turned out better. Here I was showing someone how differently Mijello and Qor move. I actually really like these pages. This one I had painted and not finished it, and then I decided to go back in and change the color on it, and I really like how I was able to move the colors into a different palette. I really like how it turned out, and I was able to paint this one and match it up. I feel like that was one of my more successful people drawings. I really like how this one turned out as well. Back on the coffee. I didn't get to finish this one, but I thought that this one was very beautiful, and she moved before I could finish, but I just love how it turned out. And the paper probably would have collapsed under more layers anyways. I like the colors of this page. There was a woman who sat down at the counter, and she had this amazing long pink hair. I really enjoyed painting her hair. More lattes. I was tolerating them a little bit better. And then this last page is just the first time I was asked for a vaccine card. That was different. And that is my sketch journal. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Ah! My cat is staring at me. She will not sit in my lap though, so it's not like we can do this video together. She's just gonna stare at me and wish that I was petting her. I wish you could see my cat. I could pick up the camera, but it's like so precariously perched that I think that it's gonna fall. I'll just pet her. Kitty. Yeah, there you can see the top of her head. She will not sit on my lap. But she's here, waiting for me to stop filming. I'm just gonna move her because she's standing where I'm gonna be filming this. Hello, hello. I wanted the challenge of having a different to me format. Okay, I'm kicking the table. Thank you all for joining me today. Oh, glasses glare.